Previously, we talked about what we would like to see in Matrix 4, what questions should be answered, and what events do we want to see. And today we have 5 more things that we want to see in Matrix 4. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Number 5. The 5 Ones. Neo was the 6th one from the 6th official version of the Matrix, but little is known about the ones before him. All we know is that they cooperated with the architect's instructions. They founded the respective cities of Zion and served as tools for the Matrix. But what were they like? Who were they? Were they the same as Neo? Were they clones or normal people carrying the anomaly's code? What was their reaction to the truth given to them by the architect? What powers did they have? How similar or different were they to Neo? Or who was the first one? And how did the architect get him under control? The story of the 5 predecessors catches our attention the most, and it would be nice if there could be more information about them in Matrix 4.
Mark my words, boy, and mark them well. I have survived your predecessors, and I will survive you.
Number 4. The State of Zion. This will most likely be answered in the movie. A full status update of what has been happening in Zion these past 2 decades. Has it changed much during the time of peace? What happened in the city once everyone found out that other cities of Zion were destroyed?
But rest assured, this will be the 6th time we have destroyed it, and we have become exceedingly efficient at it.
Did the people of Zion ally themselves with the machines, and now the city was rebuilt and enhanced with the help of their former enemies? Did the humans return to the surface? Number 3. The Oracle and the Architect. The relationship between the Oracle and the Architect is similar to that of Yin and Yang. It is an endless war that the Oracle seemed to be winning. We don't fully know these characters' history or what the Oracle's goal was with Sati.
Because the child is important. I can't tell you why, but I believe that one day the child will change both our world and your world forever.
Therefore, Matrix 4 must touch on the subject of both the Oracle and the Architect.
You played a very dangerous game.
Change always is.
Just how long do you think this peace is going to last?
As long as it can.
That the Oracle's plan is explained more, and what the Architect's role has been these past 2 decades. Was the Architect satisfied with the changes that the Oracle created in the 6th version? Did he accept peace as the most logical solution to their conflict, or has he decided to break the truce and return to the status quo of creating cyclical simulations? It would also be interesting to know more about the creation of these 2 programs, to see their origin stories and how they contributed to the Matrix.
Yes. She's very old. She's been with us since the beginning.
An adaptation that tells the story of both characters up to the point where Neo arrives.
Who are you?
I am the Architect. I created the Matrix.
Number 2. Neo must have his powers. One common theme with superhero movies is the powers or abilities that they gain in one movie, they lose them in the next. In Neo's case, in each subsequent movie, he gained new powers. The Neo from the end of the Matrix was only his first form, so to speak. At the end of Matrix Revolutions, the one that we saw was a spiritually and physically transformed Neo with greater abilities and total mastery of the Matrix. This character evolution must continue in Matrix 4. We know that Neo's arc may be restarted. We meet a Neo without memories or powers. But the new movie must bring back the Neo of old. Only then will the character show true growth. A hero who has learned from his mistakes and faces new challenges.
You've made a believer out of me. Good luck, kiddo.
And number 1. Matrix 4 is the basis for a new age of Matrix stories. As we've mentioned before, the Matrix universe has plenty of potential for TV shows, comics, more movies, video games, and books. Unfortunately, The Matrix was put on hiatus because the sequels were not to everyone's taste. The majority of the people who saw the movies in theaters did not understand the movies. Some just outright disliked them. Negative word of mouth led the franchise to be put on indefinite hold that lasted decades. However, Matrix 4 could be the push that the franchise needs. How exactly? Well, first, Matrix 4 has to be a good movie, obviously. It has to satisfy the general audience, but more importantly, the fans. The fourth movie must pay respect to what came before, but it must also be modernized for the new generation of potential fans. Not that the original Matrix film is outdated, mind you. It still holds up very well, considering that it was ahead of its time when it came out back in 1999. Second, Matrix 4 needs a satisfying ending, but not one that concludes the story. We are not fans of forced cliffhanger endings, but take the original Matrix ending for example. Even if the convoluted sequels never existed, The Matrix was a satisfying movie with a proper beginning, middle, and end. Yet the doors were left open for more. We hope that Matrix 4 can do the same, in addition of being a good movie, first and foremost. The new movie cannot ignore or destroy what came before. It must be consistent with all we've just mentioned and create expectations for the future. Keep it a mixture of philosophy and sci-fi action. And please do not force cringe humor that will be outdated in a couple of years, like the Marvel movies.
To deny our own impulses is to deny the very thing that makes us human.
If the movie does all of this, then the rest is up to us. We must support the film and spread good word of mouth to get more people to see it. The future of The Matrix depends on us. Matrix 4 being a box office success and a good movie that is respectful to the fans and its lineage. Only then we will get new content. But do you agree? What are you hoping to see in Matrix 4? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.